How's it going, all you lovely little weirdos? I am the Global Outcast. That is the all and powerful The Anime Shogun.
Why the fuck are you telling me like some sort of god?
I don't know. Trying things different here. We ju- we do things up in here different up in this hood.
You talk like that again, and I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
Today we will be talking about Kamikatsu, and I figured it. Actually, that opening kind of fit with what we're going to be talking about today. So, talking you up like you're some sort of god, making people praise you, gives you more power, kind of like Kamikatsu.
Yeah, it's still a weird fucking anime. I don't care who you are.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It was weird. It's a weird anime. Funny, don't get me wrong. Like the episode where he thought they could get more people by making an idol group.
Till the very ending, okay?
Well, I'm just throwing that one out there. But first off, we'll be talking about Kamikatsu. Um, Basic synopsis of the show for those who don't know about it is, dude dies. I'm not going to spoil too much of it because there is something that happens that you figure out later on in the series. You have to watch it to figure it out. He gets put into a world with his god, and nobody knows religion. Like absolutely nobody. Nobody knows what religion is. So he has to build his god back up to be the one and true god. Except as soon as they start doing it, there's other people that are kind of like gods, but they're not actual gods. They get their powers kind of like how she gets her powers, and they're
So
fighting
you've
over.
got false gods, and then you've got the one actual god
Yeah,
who cheats him to actually like worship her, and he still hasn't accepted her as his god.
yeah. I was basically giving them the synopsis of the show before we started talking about it, so
Yeah, your synopsis was fucking taking forever.
I know. Um, what was your opinion on the show?
Wasn't bad. It was really funny. At the same time, it was like trying to literally make a concept of what it's like without a god. It was just it was fucking hilarious to me. Like I said, it's the
Yeah,
fake gods and how they literally threw in gods from different cultures in there. But I felt like it was more very like very high sex appeal
yeah,
for God.
yeah,
I mean, you got a little child running around bare naked basically, and just gets kind of like a onesie kind of shirt.
yeah.
You've got one god that literally gets off on ice cream. You've got an actual god full of love that's bringing in like BDSM and orgies and shit.
I died
Loki's
when I found
half
her.
fucking Loki's half naked, and she's more like Loki with the art of illusion, but she's got a thing for the main dude. And don't even get me started on the fucking innkeeper and her sister.
Yeah, those two.
Like the one is like, I don't know, very neutral, but the other one that was like pink haired, I don't remember her name. Damn, she is down bad for him.
She is a kinky bitch. Like I thought I was kinky, but she is a kinky bitch.
No, Kinky Bitch is basically the one fucking love goddess and her one disciple that she didn't even know was the one like lady that she had, like the one follower she became friends with who was a child.
Can we talk about
And
how
she
she?
thought,
Can we quick talk about how she came from in her own imagination and she's never had sex?
which one?
Her one follower. I fucking
Oh,
loved that part. By far one of my favorite parts. She had this whole
you're talking
story.
about the love goddess basically getting off on her one follower's child, or are we talking about something different?
No, 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 no. The one her one follower's child later on didn't know how to talk to people or do the sexual things, but she's read all those books. And then when the main character comes in, she has this little story in her head where he comes up, does this sexual thing with this
Oh
book,
yeah, she
and
has
she
no
just
like social experience and all that. She's read books and she's read one. She's literally holding on to one book that's her mother's book, And in her mind, because she ended up following the love goddess, she's got this thing of how dominating he is to her, and she's already freaking,
She already came.
you know, for the sake, you know, she's already going a little wild. I'm gonna limit what I say for, you know,
Oh,
radio reasons, but
oh fuck.
she got a little wild over there. Then what's funny is you saw her switch get flipped when they wanted to pull one over on the love goddess.
Yep.
She went from being dominated to being the dominator.
All right, that part of the little small little thing when she's all when she's telling the main character, "Be a piggy." I'm sitting there like, I feel scared. Like it was funny when she just flipped her own
Oh,
switch.
don't lie. You were scare roused. Don't lie.
I was more scared than scare roused because when she's all like tormenting him, and her and the main character's chick that likes him, and her sister got in on training him to get one over on the love goddess. I'm sitting there all like they're enjoying this way too much.
Well, that's because the one female, the one like pink haired lady, was literally fucking. She's so hot for the dude.
She wants to try all sorts of shit on him.
Yeah, she's got such a hard on for the main character that she could not help herself to lose control. And you'll notice that her older sister didn't even really want to be a part of it, but
Yeah.
still somehow got dragged into it. And it was just like, whew, shit. But let's talk about like towards the ending where she's playing on the drums and she's getting felt up by her one follower's kid.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was fucking hysterical. I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, that's one way to play the drums. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My opinion of that anime is very religious, but at the same time, it's got a lot of sex appeal for a religious anime.
Yeah. One of my favorite characters. He was pretty much useless. There's one useless character in almost every single anime. And that was the dude in the beginning of the anime when he walks up and he goes, "Hey, all these girls in this town are mine." And then he just gets his ass kicked the next time. The next time you see him, and then he just fall,
Oh,
and then he just falls for the fucking
he's got a
goddess.
he falls for everybody. He fell for the one lady who was the innkeeper and her younger sister, who falls in love with the main character. Once his goddess showed up, he fell in love with Otama. That's the goddess's name was Otama. He was
Yeah,
literally like fucking in love with Otama, which was a child goddess, mind you. Like fucking.
yeah, he was creepy but funny because I liked how useless he was.
And then he goes with them to the love goddess, and before the love goddess, he was falling in love with Loki. Before Loki actually revealed herself,
Yeah,
and then before Loki left, he literally was gonna like get all pervy with her, and then she fucked with his head. He was literally kind of feeling up another villager.
yeah,
You could see the awkwardness between the two. She got her laugh, she left. Then he falls in love with the love goddess because the love goddess basically told him he don't need no girl, all he needs is his hand. And that was more of his scenario anyway, so he falls in love with there. Then he turns around and ends up falling back in love with Otama. Then you've
yeah,
got the one that's like literally like she sits there and she loves sweets because she wants to bring back the old empire. So she loves sweets, and instead she almost goes down the rabbit hole for lust
I
because
remember.
there's multiple different scenarios where she was getting lustful and lusty about some shit. Ice cream was one of them, and it was when she goes into the love goddess's area.
Yep, 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 yep.
She's almost giving the fucking. She looked like she was. I bet I pardon the listeners for anybody who's under the age of like 18 because this is going to sound very inappropriate. But I'm going to say this now because I'm me and I can't hold back on this. She looked like she was going to give that guy a fucking like she was about to go down bad. She was gonna give him that.
Oh my god, if you were gonna say it, I was.
He was literally like face right there. I thought she was gonna give him that. If you're under the age of 18 and you don't understand, you are too pure to be on this podcast or listening to this shit.
Go read a
If you're over
Bible.
the 18 and go touch a Bible or go feel grass. If you are over the age of 18 and you know what the haktu means,
You
my
nasty.
friend, as my co-host says, ya nasty. As for I say, welcome to the family. You little degenerate, you. But no, she got lusty at one point, and then I was actually kind of surprised at how they did Gaia
Yeah, I did too. I was too.
because I liked how Gaia only had like literally a small amount of followers,
Yeah,
but how they were like, yeah, it just believes it just doesn't matter the number, it just shows how devoted you are to that faith.
yeah, and I like
And
that.
how Gaia went from normal human being looking to the like way Loki looks with the whole like blue and shit, like how
Yeah,
she looked, and then how she literally transformed into a more adult version
yeah.
while she was trying to kill him like multiple times.
Can we quick talk about how Gaia was a Yuri fan and how she was creepy to the child goddess thing?
Yeah. Well, funny thing about that
I,
is
I
she
watched.
wasn't so she was a Yuri fan, but she wasn't trying to actually be pervy with the goddess. Her biggest thing is she actually recognized, because if you paid attention, she actually recognized that Otama is an actual god, and she figured she could try to harness that power.
I just saw that and she's getting all drooly and all that. I'm like, oh, you need to
Yeah,
go to
she's drooling,
jail.
she's hugging, she's rubbing up on Otama. It was more so she wanted to get close and she wanted to try to figure out how to harness Otama's power, because Otama is the one real god. Because what's funny is a lot of people consider that anime to be an isekai, but it's not an actual isekai. I mean, it is, but it isn't, because he didn't go to a different world.
I I was gonna let them discover that for themselves. You son of a bitch.
Well, people nowadays are too stupid to understand that.
I didn't say it. He did.
You're damn right I said it. Do you know how many people sit there and think that isekai is literally just, I mean, like I said, it is, but it isn't. A lot of people consider isekai to be you died and go to another world, but the only way you died was you got killed by the infamous Truck-kun.
Yeah,
Now you open, like, look at Rising of the Shield Hero. You open a book and you're teleported into another fucking world. People are committing rituals and you're teleported into another world and you're not dying. So isekai has evolved into you're basically just getting teleported into another world.
yeah,
But that's the gimmick for Kamikatsu. He didn't get teleported to another world. It's the same planet he was born on.
yeah.
They just fast forwarded to a point
Spoiler
in
alert.
time where gods didn't exist, because that's what he asked for. He literally created that world.
Yeah, he requested to go there.
Yeah, but that's what's funny is it's not a different world, as a lot of people are like, oh no, he was teleported. No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
He drowned, and what happened was his Otama, spoiler alert, Otama basically went down, picked him up, and she literally fast forwarded the planet to the point where gods didn't exist, and it was kind of like a test of faith for him, because what's the one thing he did in Kamikatsu? Literally brought back religion.
yeah. I loved it when you first met her, like during the attack. During these, when she's all like, "Who hurt you?" And the guards are like, guards looked at her and they went, "Well, she has to die too." And she looked at them and she all like snapped her fingers and poof, they all get teleported in. And then one dude
The one male guard gets
gets
turned into a
transformed,
female.
gets turned into a female.
The transgender at its finest, you know.
Oh my god, I was in tears so much when I saw that. Oh my god, he goes, "I'm not a
As
woman,
soon
I'm
as
a man."
I saw that, I'm like, all the transgender people are gonna be throwing a fit over this shit.
And then he starts having feelings for the fucking main character.
Well, not only that, you got to remember he didn't have originally he didn't she sorry he I don't give a fuck you people. Um, he originally was a male, got transformed into a female. You forgetting the fact that he was very pissed off and uncomfortable on the fact that the innkeeper kept making him wear such revealing outfits.
Yeah,
Then he goes back to Loki and he thinks that he's been transformed back into a male. Loki pulled the fast one on him, turns around and tells the main character, get this guy fucking out of here. I don't want to deal with him anymore. You find out was actually still a she. Then the love goddess appeared, and the love goddess literally showed up in the town with the main character with her one follower's child. I
yeah,
say one follower's child because the little bit of backstory is she made a friend. Her one friend wanted to actually experience true love and baby making in its natural form, not the way that everything was being done. She did all that, and they basically killed she was killed,
yeah,
and she had thought that the her friend and her child were killed, and it turns out the child survived and got put into a camp. And when she grabbed the book from the love goddess, and the love goddess is like, "What are you doing with my friend's book?" And the one character, the chick that's got the glasses that Global was talking about, that's got the domination kink, we'll say, she's like, "That's my mother's book," and then everything fits together. But they show up in town and they're fucking with the one knight,
yep,
and the one knight's literally ripping the main dude's pants off with her teeth, and she's got him penned up with her sword, and she's ripping his clothes off, and then the love goddess turns off her phone, and she sits there all, and she's like, "Yeah, you were about ready to unleash your womanhood. You were naughty."
yeah. Oh my god, I was in tears when
Oh, like I said,
when she was fucking with her.
like I said, I saw that. I was like, "Oh shit, the transgenders are gonna be throwing a fit over this."
I was in fucking tears.
It was funny. Like I said.
I think when he gets another one of my favorite parts, um, is when he gets Gaia's children over on his side, especially the dude who is watching Gaia and the girl who still loves Gaia as a mother. Because the only reason why he's watching them is because he has a crush on the girl, and the dude knows it. Like the main
Yep.
character
So
knows it.
there's three, like five kids.
Yeah,
Two are like preteens. Three are actually like toddlers. One out of the three toddlers can actually like read and write, so actually has a form of intelligence.
yeah,
Because everybody's not like they're not primitive, but they're not exactly like intellectually. They're not like they don't have that modern intellect. And the one out of the three toddlers he can. So he had told him his plan. The sister and brother went to go and help Gaia, and Gaia basically like threw them all away. The one sister forgives Gaia, but the one brother's like, nah. So the only way he got one over, he's like, I know you're in love with the sister, and you guys aren't related, but I
yeah.
know you're in love with her.
So
And
watch
you
her.
see Gaia's like only like followers, the sister, but he's like, oh, I'll watch them, and he's so embarrassed because she's sitting there like, what was that about? What are you so embarrassed about? And he's like, shut up, it's all your fucking fault.
Yeah, by far, really good parts.
I'm I'm not gonna lie, when I watched it, it took me a little bit because I was kind of like, I feel like this is not gonna be an anime I'm gonna enjoy all that much. Turns out I actually enjoyed it, but the reason I enjoy it is because it's basically like if you threw sex and religion into an anime and said, "Here you go, have fun."
Yeah,
Because a lot of the favorite parts I had was a lot of more of the like lewd, etchy embarrassment
of
scenes.
course you would, you degenerate.
Well, yeah, I'm a fucking degenerate. Well, how funny was it when literally he shows up on the fucking like riverbank, and what's the first thing the innkeeper's sister does?
Rip off his pants.
And
Try to masturbate him.
there you go. And she's so flustered by it as she's comparing it to reading a fucking book and trying to copy what the book shows.
I was
And
in
he's
tears when
sitting
I
there and
first saw
he's
that.
like, what the fuck is, he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's like the
Then
first
she's
two
in love
minutes of
with
the
him.
show. That's like the first 5 minutes of the show because
Right.
she sits there. She goes, "All right, supposed to do it like this," and he just like,
Right.
okay.
But it's not all just that. And then look at when Otama came down.
Yep.
Because her older sister hung herself and everybody was literally like everybody in the village was gonna die, but Loki basically brought the new guy in to help out. They killed the main guy. Otama comes down, fucks everybody up. They go back, and what is the fucking innkeeper's sister? What does she sit there and think that he's got a thing for fucking children, and that he has some weird ass relation with the child when the child is basically his god.
Yeah, and he still won't
And then
let
it's
go.
just all of the pervy moments with her, how she's embarrassed about it, but you could definitely tell that she's got a fucking wild side.
Oh yeah.
Like that, just her, she's like my favorite character because she's shy and embarrassed, but has a wild side, but at the same time is willing to, as we say in the industry, get down and dirty when she's comparing how to do shit with the books.
Yeah. That
So it's
CGI
like
though. That CGI on
use
point.
CGI for the animals and shit.
That CGI for the win though. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, Jesus Christ, really? They couldn't have just drawn the shit.
But
Fucking
that
hell.
CGI though.
Fucking hell. That CGI on point.
It's okay, you don't gotta be embarrassed. A lot of people love that CGI.
They're wrong, but okay. It's okay to be wrong.
Ah, shit. Yeah, even I was sitting there and I was trying I was trying my hardest to not even fucking die from the CGI of the animals, and I'm like, the best part is I'm pretty sure they did that way on purpose.
God, I hope not.
You're just jealous of CGI in its peak form.
That CGI in its peak form, society is fucked.
Oh, society's been fucked.
All right, yeah, point taken. That is a very
But
good
now,
point.
with the way that anime ended, I have to wonder if we'll get a season 2 on that. Because literally, season 1 was kind of like you're gearing up for war against the other gods.
Oh
And
yeah.
you got to remember, if you paid attention, Loki mentioned other people, other generals. So you had the one knight with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
They literally have two of the fake gods, on there. Technically three, if you want to get super technical about it, because you had Gaia, you had the one chick that was literally like short, kind of white bob hair. I think it was like a bob cut.
Yep.
She was
And
the one that was in love with dessert.
yep. Also, people, if you watch that show, those fake gods have an interesting backstory that I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it. Um, but it is actually really interesting backstory of how they do that shit with those fake gods. I had to say that part.
Can I finish now? You fucking asshole,
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Finish
But
off.
yeah, they've. What the fuck is your problem?
I don't know. I'm tired. I get weird when I get tired.
That sounds like a personal fucking problem. Anyway, so he's got like three gods on his side. He's got the one chick that's usually kind of partnered with Otama,
Mm-hmm.
she fights, she loves dessert.
Let's face
Gaia
it.
is technically is kind of under their control too.
Yep. Let's face it. Otama and the other chick, they're rivals. They're not. They're rivals because Otama's
They're
all.
rivals, but at the
Otama's,
same time, she gave up her godhood.
yeah.
So she's no longer technically a god.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying because all throughout the show, she's all like, "Haha, I have more followers than you." How do
Yeah,
you have
she
more
was
followers
basically
than me?
Otama's rival. But so you've got her, you've got Gaia, and then technically you could say the love goddess is a part of that too.
Yeah.
Because she does come and help. She's got her own thing, but she's basically kind of like partnered with that village and the main guy. Loki Loki is weird. I want to say Loki is the villain and the enemy in the anime. But at the same time, I don't get that kind of vibe. I get that thing that she's actually like kind of got a thing for the main dude.
I think she has an ulterior motive of why she took over that town. I don't think she's the big
She
bad.
did. Yeah, no, she did. She's not exact, but that's just it. In the anime, I feel like they've painted her to be like the villain of the anime. But yet she's not, cuz you'll notice she's never really had like never really fought against them.
Yeah.
And she's even sat there and said that she's kind of got feelings for the main guy.
She could be a red herring before the real a real big bad guy comes in. She could be a red herring.
That could be. I don't know. I want to see if we get a season 2, and I want to see if that works out and how interesting that gets.
Yeah, that was actually gonna be my question before we end the podcast. Is if and season 2 comes up, are you going to watch it?
I will for the sake of the. It depends on if I forget about the anime or not. I don't forget about anime, but at the same time, it's one of those like, if it's gonna be 20 some years, I can't even guarantee I'll be alive for it to happen.
That's fair. That's fair because sometimes animes
Because
say they're coming out with
yeah,
a new season and they
look at
don't.
how long we're wait. Look at how long we're waiting for Demon Lord retry. Fuck, a lot of people even to this still day still talk about how they will never get another season of that one anime. Fucking like what is it? Real Life or whatever it's called.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's something life. It's something life anime. It's like the little sister.
That explains everything, especially in
I
anime.
don't remember the fucking. I don't remember her name, but it literally it's an anime that everybody talks about. They say won't get a second season.
That's a lot of anime. Just giving a shit though. But yeah,
It's No Game No Life. That's what I'm thinking of.
yes, yeah. That won't.
Everybody wants a season 2 of that, and that it's nobody's heard anything.
No, they won't do a season 2. They did like a prequel movie with it. That anime was weird. It really fucking was, people. That anime
I
was
think
weird.
that's on my high dive, and I'll probably be watching that at some point too.
That anime is weird.
Not
Um,
as weird as fucking Dancing the Vampire Bond.
that anime shall never be spoken of again.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny when the shoe's on the other foot now, is it, fucker?
Oh, it's still funny, but that anime. All right, Dance of the Vampire Bund. No, no. If you watch it and you like it, you're the problem. Anyways,
We unleashed the fucking Titan without trying.
um, I think I'll watch it because I liked it. It was a different take on religion, and one of the main reasons why I like watching anime is because of the different takes you could find on shit, and how some of the stories can come in with it. Like how in this one, it feels like religion can take a bad turn, but religion can also be a good thing if you push it in the right direction. That's how it felt with me when I was watching it.
Like I said, there was a lot of things that I was kind of like, that's really fucked up, especially for religion. But it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like there's a couple scenes in there that I was like, oh, religion makes me sad. Then there's a couple of moments in those anime like, religion is funny.
I was laughing at probably a good fucking 60-70% of it.
Right? Yeah. Had some good wholesome moments every now and then, but then those wholesome
Oh, I
moments
was
were
I was laughing more at the fucking shit that it's like, yeah, you gotta be a real down bad fucking degenerate to understand half the fucking lusty, not appropriate kind of shit to understand that shit. And it was fucking hilarious.
my
But we're gonna end this shit because you're gonna take too fucking long and you're fucking annoying.
my quick
Um,
head canon is the glove goddess and her follower make love every single night. Good night, people.
before we actually take off here, we're gonna bring up some stuff for everybody. We are gonna start doing more like Steam reviews for video games.
Yep.
If you do like our like, because we're gonna turn that into a series.
Hmm.
If you do like, make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on our social sites. Global will make sure you guys know where to look. Other than that, we've also started our Doctor Who series. So if you're a big fan of that, feel free to find us on our social sites and join our community. We're here to be nerdy. It doesn't matter, everybody's welcome.
Join our Discord.
Join our Discord. You can find us on our Facebook page. Otherwise, you can check out our past episodes on Spotify or whatever else global list off here.
iTunes, I think. Yeah, iTunes, iTunes, Spotify. I think I have them on iHeartRadio thing.
iHeartRadio. I thought we were on like Pandora.
Yeah, we're on like a bunch of them.
And we will have like YouTube shorts out. If we don't already, we will have those out as well.
Yeah, we'll have those out shortly. I plan on doing a bit more of them and just mass putting them out. Just collecting a little bit
And
more, and I'm trying to do a little bit different with some of the editing shit before I post some of those out because I'm very particular.
and for anybody who is interested, make sure to follow on our Discord after you can try to find us on the social sites because we have upcoming projects coming out that we are going to let you know about now. We are looking at new artwork. We're going to look at patches and stickers possibly if you are a fan and you want one. Basically, if you want to support us or you're a fan, join our social sites and just kind of stay tuned and we'll try to keep you updated as soon as possible about new artwork, stickers, patches, and other new ideas we have coming. But now I'm taking forever, so it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. Global, take us the fuck out of here, you fucking bitch.
All right, guys, you heard the man. Ski daddle. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, shut up. End this shit already.